welcome to A Buzz brought to you by the Peters Township Public Library. I am Miss Shannon.
And I'm Miss Linda, and here we are back again for part 2 of what's happening in April at the Youth Services Department.
Yes.
Which is always lots.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, it's a hustling and bustling place.
We have everything that just oozes spring.
Yes,
We're oozing spring. We're still in our Easter mode, and we've got our...
Well, Easter's mid-April, so we're good.
Yeah, that's true. It hasn't happened necessarily yet.
Right, depending when you're watching.
Depending on when you're watching. So, we're ready for spring, and we're going to jump right into it, and you're going to jump into it after you quit yawning.
Oh, I'm tired.
With your first book.
Sure,
we're going to jump right into the books.
So we are, in honor of the third installment of the Fantastic Beast movies. I don't know if there's going to be a trilogy, if there's going to be more. I should know, but I don't. I'm sorry. The Dumbledore one. We are going to have a Fantastic Beasts event at the library, a Fantastic Beasts party, if you will. We'll watch the original Fantastic Beasts movie, a lot of really cute crafts, activities, games, thematic food, and a prize basket that's really cute too, all for your Fantastic Beasts and Harry Potter fans. So we have these at the library. I think they're super cool. They are actually the original screenplay from the film. So Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is one. We also have the second one as well, and it's written like a screenplay or like a script, you know. So it tells you in italicized like what the character is doing. You know, where the setting takes place, you know, scene 16, deserted side street next to the bank during the day, and then tells you what the character's doing, and then their dialogue. So
that's so cool.
It's really cool. And, you know, they had several years ago, you know, the Harry Potter play came out, and The Cursed Child. And that was written similar, but this was written like a screenplay, like they would use to film the movie. So the entire story or the entire film is within this book. So we do have this at the library as well as the second one, and I'm assuming that they'll release a screenplay adaptation of the most recent one as well. So that event's going to be held on April 30th from 1 to 3:30. In the teen room. It is a teen-only event because the Fantastic Beasts movie is a PG-13 rated film, so we will only be allowing teens, which we consider our 7th through 12th graders, to attend. Registration is required, but there'll be a lot of really good Harry Potter and Wizarding World activities and treats and all kinds of fun things.
Very fun.
Yes.
Always a fun time. Okay. We talked about this a little bit last time, about the Tween Book Club that is held after school the fourth Thursday of the month. So it's going to be Thursday the 28th at 4 o'clock. This month's read is Holes by Louis Satcher. And at this point, hopefully you've already registered, but you have, as always, when you register for the Tween Book Club, the first 5 registrants get a complimentary copy of the book. That is every month. So if you already missed that, you know, keep watching for it each month. So Holes, Tween Book Club. Oh, and I can't not talk about there will be food. So we feed them after school. There will be snacks. And,
onions.
Huh? Onions?
That's what they find. That's what they eat in Holes. Is they eat onions. So
well,
maybe
I'm not going to
serve some onion rings.
I could, but I'll have to tell you, I have a better idea that something that they bring up in here that the grandmother makes, and we're going to be cooking actually.
Oh, fun!
You don't want to miss that.
No,
April 28th.
And I guess it's not onions.
No, we're not doing onions.
Pretty sure it's the one guy survives on onions or something. I feel.
Yeah, no, this has to do. I promise. Please come. Ignore what Miss Shannon has to say.
Well, Funyuns are good.
Nothing near with the onion flavor. We are going. Ew. I'm going to have to give it away now.
Blossom.
No, it has to do with peaches.
Oh, that's right. There is peaches in there. Yeah, but there's onions too.
Well, I'm not doing onions.
Oh, I forgot about the peaches.
I'll never get the kids back. I don't care if they're fried or otherwise. I
don't know. If you serve me up an awesome blossom or whatever they call them, I have to
I don't know how to make those. All right, your turn. Get out of here. Moving on.
I'm hungry. Let's go get lunch. All right. So this is a May program, but we're going to talk about it because it occurs in the very beginning of May. We're going to have the first Saturday of May. We're going to celebrate Mother's Day at the library. Excuse me.
Oh, she didn't get enough sleep last night.
I never do. For Mother's Day story time, we're going to have, kids, bring your moms. We'll have a special mom and me crafts and activities, stories. And this is for our little friends, for our 2.5 to our kindergarteners. So it's like a preschool age story time. So that's Saturday, May 7th at 10 a.m. Fun for our child and mom. If mom is not able to come and you want to come with dad or another grown-up, that's perfectly fine. You do have to have a grown-up with you. And you can still make your special treat for mom to take home. So that will be on the May 7th.
Excellent.
Yep, registration is required on our website, please.
Good. Okay, so I've been having so much fun with these bingo nights.
The kids do love
I
bingo.
want to tell you, they love. Okay, wait. Parents, just excuse me for saying this. I'm putting you on the spot. They're into it as much as the kids, the parents. So like I do these bingo nights, and a parent or an adult will get bingo, and I'm like, I have like ring pops and like all these fun things for the kids, not thinking, should I start having prizes for the adults? So I honestly, I was kind of torn. I didn't know what to do. Like, do I say no, kids only or whatever? But I didn't want to do that. That's not my style. So I offered them a ring pop, and they take them.
Oh, I noticed I already eat a ring pop.
But I'm sure they take them and they give them to the kids. But it's hilarious. My point is, it's just so much fun.
All ages. It's a fun family day. Fun family evening.
The tables are just filled with the kids and the adults, and everybody's doing bingo. So in March, we had a St. Patrick's Day Luck of the Irish bingo. Now this one I'm bringing up because it's actually the Monday, May 2nd at 6:30. So it's right at the, barely at the end of this month into the May Day bingo is what it is at 6:30 on May 2nd. Like I said, and this was my favorite. I thought I have to come up with something fun. So they have to bring or make a flower for an extra chance to win a prize. I just give them like little tickets, or they write their name on a slip or anything. So, I mean, not
that you want to try to get your own bouquet of flowers coming to
Well,
you.
I was going to say, I was kind of going there. I was like, not to say that, I don't want to say what my favorite type of flower is or anything, and that, like which flower is worth more extra tickets or anything. But I would take a drawing of one too. So we'll see you at May Day Bingo, Monday, March 2nd at 6:30.
Very fun.
Yeah, it is.
Another beginning of May event that I'm going to talk about real quick here is our last episode we talked about our Teen Choice Book Club, which is a book and lunch club. So we have a pizza lunch, maybe one week all mixed up and it'll be something different than pizza. But so we're going to, it's always the first Saturday of the month. So that's going to fall pretty quickly here. It will be Saturday, May 7th, the same day as the Mother's Day story time. So we're going to be discussing in May, we'll be discussing The Selection by Kira Cass, which is the first book in a 6-book series. This is actually, I was excited when the kids chose this book because it is personally one of my favorite teen books ever. I love the Selection series so much. So I'm looking forward to rereading it with the kids. So we're going to discuss this on Saturday, May 7th. It'll be at 12:30 over that lunchtime. We'll have pizza or something fun for lunch. Again, first, just like with the Tween Book Club, the first 5 that register get a free copy of the book. And this book is about this girl named America, and I kind of call it like, it's almost like a bachelorette kind of story, but taking place, it takes place in the future, but the caste system has returned, so like people live at different levels in the caste system, and America is on the lower end of things. Her family lives in some poverty, and there's this competition where all of the X amount of eligible girls get to go and live in the castle to try to get the hand of the Prince Maxton. And so America wants absolutely nothing to do with this prince, but she still puts her name in to be in this contest because the longer she is in the castle, like the event's televised and things like that, the longer she's in the castle, her family receives funding and food and things like that. So she's doing this for her family. So 35 girls get a chance to go into the selection to try to earn the hand of this prince. And so it's a really like very female empowering story. America's a very kind of kick butt kind of girl.
I like it.
So it's a really, really great, I just love it so much. And the covers always have these girls in these beautiful dresses. So the selection by Kira Cass, book 1 in the selection series. So we're going to read this one and discuss it over lunch on May 7th.
Fun.
12:30.
Yeah, you know what? I read those too, and I enjoyed them as well.
Yeah, they're fun.
Just fun, and you're right. Yeah, I didn't think of that, but about empowering, women. And I'm like, yeah, kick butt girl. Oh yeah, do it girl, do it. Okay, so Mark Barnett, who I really like his books, came out with a new book that's illustrated by Carson Ellis, and it's called "What Is Love." So I wanted to compare it to another one written by Mark Barnett, illustrated by John Clausen, which I like. He's the one who wrote
That is my hat.
That is my hat, or where is my hat, or who has my hat, or my hat is missing, my hat is on your head. What is Love is a beautiful story. Love is the moon. No. Love is a horse. No. Love is a fish. No. What is love? And they go around and they're asking different things. What is love? Like to a fisherman, I asked a fisherman, what is love? And the fisherman smiled. Love, of course, is a fish. Let me give you another. I asked the cat, what is love? And the cat smiled. Love is the night. The night, I said. That sounded all right. And I'll just do one more little one. Oh, well, this one just goes on. But he goes, I asked the poet, what is love? The poet smiled. Sit down and I'll tell you, he said. A list so long, it goes on for pages. I didn't have time to listen to that. And so it's just really sweet.
It kind of reminds me of the way that he's going and asking all these different characters or animals or whatever. That book, Daniel Finds a Poem, where like he goes, well, what's poetry? And they say poetry is this, and poetry, and and then at the end he kind of puts it all together and makes a poem.
Yeah, I like that. Well, you're going to laugh at what came to my mind. Are you my mother?
Oh,
I also goes to the different things.
Love?
Yeah, yeah, right. So what is love? No, we like Mark Barnett. Good job. A new book. Go ahead.
Okay. So for some reason, all of the books that I've been talking about are murder mysteries. Apparently that's becoming a very popular theme in YA right now. It's interesting how there's like these phases. We read for a while, everything was dystopian, right? Of some kind.
Yeah.
And now more and more books that are coming in for us, new books, are mysteries, particularly murder mysteries. Which
kind of scares me.
Well, yeah, but you know what? Adults enjoy a good murder.
I know.
They even call them cozy mysteries. Like Roz reads all her cozy mysteries, all those mass market paperbacks.
Yeah. What's cozy about a murder?
But that's what they're called. That's like the genre.
Okay.
Cupcake cookie murder or whatever.
Yeah.
Like all those like little cutesy murder.
Make murder something cute and fun.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not.
Like, this lady's making her cupcakes and all of a sudden there's this dead guy and she's got to figure out what happened.
Yeah, had nothing to do with her cupcakes?
No. Well, maybe it did.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
So those are like cozy adult, quick read murder mysteries. But again, a lot of TV series and things are that way too. A lot of like the criminal shows and things. But this one's called These Deadly Games. 24 hours to win or lose your life. So kind of almost like a murder mystery meets the Hunger Games. Let's play a game. You have 24 hours to win. If you break my rules, she dies. If you call the police, she dies. If you tell your parents or anyone else, she dies. Are you ready?
To die?
When Crystal Donovan gets a message on a mysterious app with a video of her little sister gagged and bound, she agrees to play the kidnapper's game at first. They make her complete bizarre tasks, steal a test and stuff it in a locker, bake brownies, make a prank call. Then Crystal realizes that each task is meant to hurt and kill her friends one by one. But if she refuses to play, the kidnapper will kill her sister. Is someone trying to take her team out of the running for a game tournament? Or has the kidnapper uncovered a secret that from their past and wants them to pay for what they've done?
Ooh.
So,
Creepy.
a mystery with high stakes and devious, masterful twists that will leave you guessing until the very last page. So it's definitely a page turner. But this is for written for YA, so it's a little bit more cleaner than an adult book would be. What you find a lot is some adult murder mysteries that are more graphic than the teen ones would be. But teens love a good mystery too.
That's
apparently
cool.
that genre is getting more and more popular for teens. It's like goes in, like I said, goes in phases. So this is These Deadly Games by Diana Urban.
Cool. I'll have to, I'll have to try that. I'll try reading one. I'm sure I'd like it, and I like the thought about a little less graphic. I'm not into like murder and gore and all that, but certainly see what I like seeing what the hype is all about and what it's about. But if we're going to go from murder, I'm going to stick with my picture books. I am.
Well, right now she's just kidnapped.
Okay. Well, I'm just. This episode I wanted to just go through our new picture books, and now I'm feeling a lot safer with that. I'll read. You can read your murder, and I will read. Who doesn't know Seth Meyers? And he came out with a book, Pictures by Rob Sayig Jr. I'm not scared. You're scared.
Looks like a cute one.
Yeah. Oh, look at I'll have to show the picture on the back. That's a nice picture of him. If you know Seth Meyers or know of him.
Funny guy.
Very. So he writes this book, and it says, when you're a bear who's easily scared, you don't have many friends. Fortunately, Bear has one, Rabbit, who happens to be very brave. One day, Rabbit urges Bear to face his fears, and they embark on an adventure together. Things don't entirely go as planned, and Bear might just have to reach deep inside himself and find that bravery has been there all along. So this is from the incomparable host of Late Night with Seth Meyers, a story about friendship, bravery, daring rescue that will inspire the adventurous spirit in all of us.
Yes, and one thing I want to point out to you, Miss Linda, is when you were reading that, on the inside cover, it says, dark and spooky woods. That's where the murder mysteries are taking place.
Wait, I gotta look at this. Oh, dark and spooky woods, high and slippery mountain, old and rickety bridge, and something under deep and cold stream. Oh, wow, you just took that away from me. All right.
What are you scared of? I'm scared of these murder mysteries. Yeah. Okay, so speaking of mystery, that's my theme today. And I brought, because so in March was when we kicked off our Teen Choice Book Club. Again, that is a book club that's the titles are all selected by the teens in the volunteer group. And the first book that we read was The Inheritance Games, which was not, I wouldn't call it a murder mystery, but it was definitely a mystery for sure. It was definitely a page turner. And the story was about this girl, and out of nowhere she inherits like billions and billions of dollars, this crazy estate, all this stuff, and she doesn't even know the guy who she inherited it from. And so she falls into this puzzle of trying to figure out why, and then the family's all mad at her because they all got like ousted in this will of this dude, and all this stuff. So it was a lot of fun. It was a super fun book. It was great for the first book discussion because there was so much to talk about.
Yeah.
But if you had read the first one, or if not, I do highly recommend that one. But we also do have now the sequel, and the third book is coming out soon. So this is the sequel to the Inheritance Games, because they do, like, everything's going great, and you think you're gonna figure it all out, and then like the last 2 pages, there's like a huge plot twist, kind of like cliffhanger, And then you're like, well, now what? So read the Hawthorne Legacy is book 2, A Deadly Game, a Puzzle to Solve, a Fortune at Stake. And I believe this is going to be a trilogy. So this is book 2, and I think the trilogy, the third one, is supposed to come out either this year or the very beginning of next year. Mystery, riches, romance, betrayal. 2 can play at this game. Overnight, Avery Grahams went from sleeping in her car to billionaire heiress. Now, in a world of riddles, danger, and family secrets, Avery is on the hunt for the one person who might hold the answer to all her questions, including why billionaire Tobias Hawthorne left his entire fortune to Avery, a virtual stranger, rather than to his own daughters and grandsons. Avery has a DNA test that proves she's not a Hawthorne by blood, but cryptic clues begin piling up, hinting at a deeper connection to the family. Soon, Avery finds herself pulled into another game just as twisted as the first. As she works her way through puzzle after puzzle, it becomes clear that nothing is what it seems. Grayson and Jameson, 2 of the Hawthorne grandsons, continue to pull Avery in different directions, and it's getting harder to tell who her allies are and who will stop at nothing to see Avery out of the game by any means necessary. So, fun page. The first book was definitely a page turner. Really, again, it was a great book for discussion because the whole time you could wondered, like, well, what's going on. So book 2 should be a lot of fun as well. So come and check out book 2. Read. That's a really good series to read.
Yeah, that sounds like something I'd like to read too. I would like to read the first one.
Well, yes.
When you were, but I mean, when you were originally talking about it last month, I knew then. I thought it would be good. Okay. Jane O'Connor, who writes the Fancy Nancy books, came out with this picture book, and it's called Good Job, George.
Oh, she's got a dude book now.
Yeah, a dude book. Pictures by Andrew Joyner. It's funny, and it's filled with, what it reminds me of? A kid that wants to do something, or starts to do something, and doesn't want anybody's help. Because they could do it themselves. Right? How many times do you get that? The kids get all stubborn. I could do it myself. I don't need any help. Well,
men are the same.
So,
what?
Justin? Oh, I mean, okay, George. George loves to be helpful, and he's always looking for a job. Good job, George, his mom and dad would say. But he finds out the hard way that not every job is right for George. From the New York Times best-selling author of the Fancy Nancy series comes a story about knowing when to lend a hand and when to take a step back. And it just goes through the pictures. Well, I mean, they're just so bright and colorful and adorable. So I give the illustrator, boy, a lot of credit, and then they go through. But then towards the end, there's a problem. And of course, somehow it always has to involve a dog. And George, I love to paint, and all this stuff happens, and then a mess entails and whatever. But they're just so cute. Great pictures. I like that one, nice and colorful. Yep, just like kids like. Good job, George. All right,
very fun.
George and his doggie. Who doesn't love a book with a dog in it?
I do. I'm out.
You're out of books? Okay. I thought you'd like this one.
I do.
Because they, Good Night by Sandra Boynton. We don't have to talk long on this because we have a book we want to read. But it's the original longer version of the Going to Bed book. So this was, here's the shortened version, the board book version.
I love Sandra Boynton. She's one of my favorites.
Yeah, and this is her nice, colorful.
I love her illustrations.
Oh
her
my
characters.
gosh, everything about it. And her books are great. Here's a song. It's just great. And nice, great colors, great words, great. Can't go wrong with her.
No.
So, here we go.
Speaking of board books.
Speaking of board books, we are going to read Good Night, Pittsburgh by Mark Jasper and Ruth Palmer. Just to kind of close it out here.
All right.
Good morning, City Skyline. Good morning, Duquesne Incline. Are we ready to share a wonderful day?
Hello, friends visiting the fountain at Point State Park. Happy springtime, lovely flowers at the Phipps Conservatory.
Have fun, everyone, at Kennywood Amusement Park. Wow, take a look at the musing dinosaur skeleton at the Carnegie Museum of Natural History. I guess we could show pictures, but go ahead.
Good afternoon, elephant family, the Pittsburgh Zoo. Good day, penguins playing together at the PPG Aquarium.
Go Steelers! Score a touchdown and win the game. Hello, children riding the PNC Carousel at Shenley Plaza.
Do you like ketchup? How about a whole wagon full? Let's explore the Heinz History Center. Hello, beautiful birds and bird watchers at the National Aviary. You want to show that one? That's a cute picture.
All right.
There's the birds, the Heinz History Center. I like the aviary.
Oh, and in case we run out of time while we're reading this, we'll see you next month,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you for the May events. Did you read that one?
I did.
Okay. Ahoy there, gentle riverboat cruising by our city. Happy autumn time.
Go Penguins! Let's score a goal and win the game. Good evening, Cathedral of Learning at the University of Pittsburgh. So pretty during the Festival of Lights.
Good night, ice skaters gliding around the rink at PPG Place. Good night, beautiful bridge.
Good night, Allegheny Observatory. Good night, starry sky. Sleep tight, children of Pittsburgh. Thank you for sharing a wonderful day.
And on that note, we'll see you next month.
Yep.
We've got this.